That's always my style. It's no secret. So everybody knows that's what I'm shooting for and plan to get out of there. It's like I always say, we don't get paid overtime, so the sooner we get them out of there, the better.
And you've been off 19 months. How have you been active? How's everything been going for you since then?
Well, it's been a lot of healing, basically. Both spiritually, mentally, physically. I've had a lot of things go on outside of boxing that I've tried to get straight, and obviously the injuries, they don't help. So just trying to get everything together, man.
And do you give predictions of your fight? I know it's not going to go the distance, but can you predict yourself?
I don't think it's going to go the distance either. That's as far as I can say, but you never know come fight night, We're not underestimating John Molina. We know he's a tough guy. He's been in there with some of the best fighters in the world, and he's given them problems. So, we're expecting a good fight.
Omar, when you prepare for a fight like John, a fighter who comes forward, throws a lot of punches, basically you're not going to have to look for him in there. Is that exciting for you? Is that like bring a different excitement to you that you don't have to, stylistically worry about much?
Well, that's the thing. You never know, because John, we've seen him box before, and we've seen him, make fights difficult for other fighters that expect the same thing. So we're not going in there with any expectations. I'm going to go in there and try to make the fight my fight. And we'll see if he obliges.
You think he's gonna box you for real?
I mean, he could. Once he feels the power, I think he might choose to do that.
If he doesn't, and it's the fight that we all expect, does that go past 6 rounds?
Hell no.
No?
No.
You're very confident about that.
Very.
That it doesn't go past 6 rounds?
No.
So we made a good fight, huh?
As long as it lasts, yes.
Omar, you feeling confident after this fight, everything goes well, you have success, you win and everything, that you'll get a title shot later on this year?
Right now, titles aren't my priority. I just want to get my body right. I want to be able to get in there more consistently. I want to make sure that all the injuries that I've had have healed, and that pretty much just that. I mean, right now my focus is in where my next fight will be. Right now is, if I'll be able to get back in the gym soon, and if I'll be back to training soon and all that, because ultimately that's what matters.
So you're seeing this as like kind of a get back year?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, what's the goal this year? Like, if all goes according to plan, or the way you would like it, what is the ultimate goal?
Well, I mean, we've talked about getting maybe 3 fights in this year. So that's the ultimate plan. When, that, I don't know, but like I said, I gotta stay healthy first.
What's your walking weight right now? Well, I know you have weights, but you had the issue last time with that. How has weight cutting been for you this training out?
Well, that's the thing. The weight cut had been difficult in the past because I always had something wrong with me, whether it was an elbow or a hand or a shoulder, or something was always wrong. So I couldn't train. For the Ricky Burns fight, I had my hand in a cast because I broke it the first day of sparring, and so I did no boxing training for that fight. So it's hard to gauge, it's hard to gauge how good I could have been, or if I would have made weight or what, because I didn't do any boxing training. So everything changes. And for DeMarco, I hurt my elbow. So again, I couldn't do a lot of training, a lot of sparring. So it takes away from my work. But thankfully now we've been healthy, and now weight against Guerrero, obviously it was a 147, so it was a lot easier. I could have made that weight like 2 weeks ago. But we're still shooting for 140, and hopefully I make it comfortably and I'm able to maintain myself here for a while.
What do you make of the size of John?
I prefer it.
You prefer it?
I prefer it, yeah.
What do you mean by that?
My whole life I was always short, but I don't know, they say that the whole big bone thing is a myth, but I was always heavier. I was always heavy, so I always had to fight guys that were almost a foot taller than me, so I got used to that. That's why I developed that style, that inside style, and it worked for me because I was able to get inside, cut the distance, and do my work, and now it's proven to help me out a lot more, and especially against a guy like John Molina. I know he's taller, so it'll be a big mistake if he chooses to trade with me on the inside.
One or two more guys.
He's banking on his size to trade with you because he thinks he's bigger, stronger, that you can't be able to.
Oh no, I prefer that.
You prefer that?
Yeah, actually, when the guys that I fought that are my size or shorter, I hate that because it's so much harder for me to get on the inside. and then I have really long arms, so you know, like it's tough.
Is that another reason why you want to go down to 140 after this to kind of?
Well, this one is at 140.
Right?
140, yeah.
Awesome. So with this new, I guess with everything all cleared up and like the issues in the past all cleared up, 140, you feel you'll be at for a year or 2 years from now?
Yeah, for as long as I'm able to, yeah.
But you are salivating at the chance of going at 147, right? Because that's where all the money fights is.
Of course.
Yeah, right?
We don't fight for free.
Let me ask you this. I know you're supposed to fight Broner. You saw what happened in the last 2 fights. I guess, you know, what do you see it as a missed opportunity for you?
Very, very much so, man. I mean, that's a fight that could catapult me, you know, to the next level. Even if we know Broner isn't that, you know, that I guess good of a boxer anymore, at least. But just the attention that surrounds him, you know, I feel like that could have catapulted me to the next level. But like I said, that's why it's so frustrating. That's why my main focus is to stay healthy, not to worry about a title or who's next or whatever, because if I'm not healthy, then it doesn't matter, you know? So I'm trying to stay healthy first and foremost.
What do you make about your brother? He's starting to get some momentum, got a knockout win through the body with the other opponent.
Yeah.
What do you make of his growth?
No, I mean, he's been doing good. He's ready to get to that next level too. The only thing that I tell him is that he's got to get out of the valley, or out of our valley back home in Texas, and start training somewhere else. I'm like, it doesn't have to be with Joel. I don't know if you feel comfortable with Joel or not. He's trained with Joel before. He says he likes him, but he's got to get out of there. I mean, his friends and all that. I'm not saying his friends are bad, but I just feel like he could get way better training, way better sparring somewhere else at a world-class gym.
So what is it? Because you've gone back there too at times as well. So what is it about staying home that is detrimental to, for at least your case?
Well, for me, it wasn't because I wanted to be home. I had injuries, I had fractures, I had elbow problems or whatever. That's why I left Joel in the first place, because I was like, Joel, I'm not able to do mitts with you. I'm not able to spar these guys. Basically just jogging here. So I can do that back home, man. I have my kids, you know, I have my family. So it's like, I'd rather just do that back home and have my family with me. But now that I'm healthy again, well, obviously I choose the higher intensity, higher level sparring and all that with Joel.
Awesome. Thanks, Omar. All good.
You can see the return of the jeans though, the jean sweat.
Hopefully they'll make an appearance this week.